Oh, Sony. Just what the hell are y'all doing with Spider-Man 4? Oh man, there's a lot to talk about with some plot leaks for not only Venom 3, but also Spider-Man 4. And I have made videos earlier this year where I talk about Sony changing Madam Web again, or like the rumored plot leaks for Venom 3. And here we are again, talking about Sony either cooking or just screwing things up as usual, since they just do not want to lose the rights to Spider-Man, as all of us are begging Marvel to get them back. And what I'm hearing for Spider-Man 4, I am conflicted, because I wanted it to be a street-level movie, but what I'm hearing, it's got me, you son of a I'm in. But yeah, not only am I going to be talking about some possible leaked details or rumored details, I mean, then again, all I'm going to be talking about is just based on a rumor from scoopers that have came out reporting about this and that movie, or this and the other movie, and etc. But I'm also going to be talking about my expectations for the next Spider-Man trilogy, guys. If you aren't aware, yeah, we are getting another trilogy. This was already kind of confirmed, like back around when No Way Home was coming out. In fact, check this video out and you'll know all the details. But with that out of the way, let's get on with the video, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? So, with how Spider-Man No Way Home had ended, we all were very excited for how Spider-Man 4 was going to turn out, since, yeah, that was basically a perfect ending to a trilogy, but it also had set up what we would like to have witnessed from Tom Holland's next Spider-Man trilogy. And the potential was there for us to have some street-level stories with Spider-Man, since he is technically a street-level hero. And we could have had it all with Spider-Man 4, which was going to feature a street-level story that would have followed Peter Parker teaming up with Daredevil to take on Kingpin, Mr. Negative and Scorpion being considered to appear in Spider-Man 4, along with the Prowler and Black Cat. But what changed? Oh, I'll tell you what changed. With Spider-Man No Way Home making $1 billion during the pandemic, which actually, I think that was the first movie to make $1 billion during COVID-19. And Spider-Man No Way Home did technically save movie theaters during that time period. But yeah, since that movie made buttloads of money, Sony thought, we need to make another multiverse movie, because that's going to give us a buttload of money. We could possibly have $2 billion at the box office if we make Spider-Man 4 into a multiverse movie. Sony, when I get my hands on you. The Rise to Spider-Man is basically a child, and the parents are Marvel Studios and Sony, who are basically the horse parents and are having custody over the Spider-Man rights. I thought we were close. No. Earlier this year, I had heard reports that, yeah, Marvel had won. They were going to make this movie into a street-level story, but suddenly, oh, no, never mind. Sony got what they want. They're going to turn this into a multiverse movie. You gotta be kidding me, Sony. Sony, just why, man? Just why? Most of us are actually getting tired of the multiverse era. Well, not me. I'm just chilling. But like other folks, they're like kind of done with the whole multiverse. Which, no, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still gonna find it interesting of how we've just entered the multiverse era, basically by the end of 2021. I miss the Infinity Stone era, where I was completely obsessed about the Infinity Stones and trying to figure out where the hell the Soul Stone was located throughout the entire MCU. But yeah, it looks like Sony won in court to have Spider-Man 4 be a multiverse movie instead of a street-level grounded story. But what do they want Spider-Man 4 to be about? Well, with Venom: The Last Dance having reshoots in New York City a while ago, Spider-Man 4 is rumored to be a multiverse movie set in New York City. And I don't know if I brought this up in my trailer reaction for Venom: The Last Dance, but it is confirmed we are going to see Noel in the movie. I mean, if you check out the final trailer for it, yeah, he's right there. And I know folks are like, oh, Sony's about to fumble the bag with this guy. But here's the twist. Apparently, he's not going to do much in the movie, which probably was expected. But here's the big twist. He's not going to be a one-and-done villain for this movie. Apparently, Sony wants to save Noel for another project. So basically, him being in the last dance of Venom 3 is mainly just like an introduction, just a tease of like, oh, this guy's in this movie, but don't worry, he's not going to be a one-and-done villain. You will see him again in another project that we're working on. And, I wonder what project that could be. Here's another crazy detail about Noel showing up in Venom: The Last Dance. So, One, the creator was not aware that their character was showing up in the movie. They were like, wait, what the heck? Noel's showing up in Venom 3? But they also got to read the script for it, and the creator was praising it. And if the creator of Noel, the god of symbiotes, which I may not know much about him, other than that, I have heard about him. He's apparently an Avengers level threat. Hell, he could be a multiversal level threat, but I'm aware that he's a big deal. But with the creator of Noel praising how he was handled in Venom 3, does that mean Sony actually cooked with Noel? Because that is too good to be true. Another thing that's slightly off topic, it's also rumored that Venom 3 and Kraven are apparently going to be like good movies to come out this year. Not like good like Deadpool Wolverine good, but basically they're going to come out as decent movies. As according to Scoopers, they claim that Venom 3 is the best in the trilogy. I gotta say, it's blowing my mind that the creator is like, oh no, yeah, don't worry, Sony cooked with our character Noel the God of Symbiotes, because like just Sony always kind of fumbles the bag when it comes to Spider-Man. Well, not all the time. I mean, we got like some good Spider-Man content from them, and that would be the Spider-Verse movies. Hopefully they do not screw up Beyond the Spider-Verse, because a while ago there was something about them scrapping it, about what was going on. Like, I don't know, there was something that happened a while ago. Reports were saying that, oh, they scrapped something from Beyond the Spider-Verse, but one of the creators came out disclaiming that, nope, that is false rumors. We're good. We're totally good. Which is, I pray to God that Sony does not fumble Beyond the Spider-Verse, which, when the hell are we getting Beyond the Spider-Verse? Anyways, back to topic. So, it's also heavily rumored that Spider-Man 4 might be a Spider-Man and Venom team-up movie, since Venom can't take on Noel alone. And with reshoots happening, the post-credit scene for Venom 3 might tease Spider-Man, where Spider-Man 4, not only will they finally meet, they will have like a fight sequence, but then eventually team up to take on Noel, who is also rumored to be the main villain for Spider-Man 4. And we did also get a rumored title for this movie, which apparently Spider-Man 4 may be titled Spider-Man King in Black. I will say this. That is definitely a cool title. And yeah, it looks like we're saying goodbye to the whole home title, because like, during when Spider-Man 3 was in the works, you know, filming and everything, we were trying to figure out what the hell the title for that movie was. I figured it would have been, Home Run, I guess, because he's on the run or something, but that was kind of a stupid title. No Way Home's a better title. But still, back to topic. So, look, as much as I want, like, no, I would want this movie to be a street-level movie of Spider-Man and Daredevil teaming up. We could have had it all. How to hear other juicy details for Spider-Man 4. I'm like, damn it, Sony. You have me hooked. You have me hooked on Spider-Man 4. But what other juicy details am I referring about? So, Tobey and Andrew may potentially come back for Spider-Man 4. And with no debuting in Venom The Last Dance, he won't be doing much, as Sony are trying to set him up for Spider-Man 4, as he's rumored to be the main villain for that movie. But here's what's actually confirmed for Spider-Man 4. Dustin Daniel Crescent, if I pronounced his name correctly, and if I didn't, I apologize. The director of Shang-Chi is directing Spider-Man 4, which... oh, we're in good hands, because have you not seen Shang-Chi? Those action sequences are gonna be peak. But yeah, the director of Shang-Chi is directing Spider-Man 4, and filming is set to begin around early 2025. Zendaya may potentially return in the movie, and it may be released after Avengers Doomsday in 2026. So that means, yeah, this movie's most likely going to be coming out around July 2026. Or February. I don't know. Actually, I did saw a report on Twitter where a movie was supposed to come out in February 2026, but then had gotten postponed to July 2026. But like I mentioned earlier, as much as I'm upset that this is a multiverse movie and not a grounded story, I am kind of hooked on what they're cooking up. And if these reports are true, here's what I want to happen for Spider-Man 4. And if if they give us what I request for this, unless this is technically what they're planning for, this movie may have the potential to hit $3 billion at the box office, which is a bit of a stretch, but still, it's a possibility. It may just make $2 billion at the box office. If this is the route they're going, then bring back Tobey and Andrew to team up with Tom again. And if they're going to be teaming up with Tom Hardy's Venom to take on Noel, I want each of them to have the black symbiote suit. Because not only would that make bank selling toys, but like, come on, that is a $3 billion movie right there. Not only will we finally get to see Andrew in the black suit, it would be a full circle moment for him to fight an alien, and Tobey can fight off another alien made out of black goo. But hey, if they don't come back for Spider-Man 4, I'll accept that, because I know that Marvel's gonna bring both of them back for Avengers Secret Wars, which, think about it, Spider-Man 4 most likely may be setting up Avengers 6. It may just be the bridge between Avengers 5 and 6. Kinda, somewhat, I don't know. But with it being a multiverse story, it would basically fit well for the multiverse saga. But yeah, if Tobey and Andrew don't return in Spider-Man 4, at least we get to have Tom Holland's Spider-Man fight off against Tom Hardy's Venom, then teaming up afterwards, because they had teased this back in Venom 2, and I want to say that's a wasted post-credit scene, because in the post-credit scene for No Way Home, they just took him out of the MCU. Like, are you kidding me, Marvel? Now, like I mentioned, that could be a wasted post-credit scene, but having to rewatch the Venom movies recently, I am starting to notice a couple of things here and there that I'll probably bring up in my double movie review, which, yeah, I will be re-reviewing Venom 1 and 2 in preparation for Venom 3. Now, Tom Hardy did come out confirming that this will be his last Venom movie, saying that he won't be playing the character and everything, blah, 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 which, I believe him that, yes, this will be the last Venom movie we'll get, but, come on, you said this will be the last movie. You didn't say this would be the last time you play the character, I think. I don't know, I mean, I've seen lots of posts about it, and I'm like, okay, sure, Tom Hardy, yeah, we totally won't see you pop up in Spider-Man 4 and team up with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. And possibly Tobey and Andrew Spider-Man as well. But with that being said, take all that with a grain of salt, because all that I just brought up are rumors, except for the small details I mentioned about Spider-Man 4, where, yes, we know who's directing this movie, we know when it'll be filming, and when it'll most likely be releasing. All that is speculation, rumors, leaks from scoopers, reliable scoopers. So anything could change, okay? And I don't know how Venom 3 will end, because with the way they've been showing off in the trailers, it looks like Venom and Eddie could potentially die. I don't know. If that happens, oh boy, I'm gonna be upset. But part of me is like, there's no way, because if they're bringing it null, they may, like, leave off in a cliffhanger or something. Like, I don't know. We all shall see once we see the post-credit scene from Venom 3, which I feel like is just gonna be a little bit of a rehash of the post-credit scene from Venom The Last Dance. But hey, if they're actually gonna have Tom Hardy and Tom Holland finally meet, whether they fight, team up, bit of both, I will let it slide, because for years, especially 3 years ago, I was dying for Tom Holland's Spider-Man to go up against Tom Hardy's Venom. Now, I've been back and forth on like, oh, it should be Andrew Garfield fighting off Tom Hardy's Venom. Look, if all this is true, and they actually bring back Tobey and Andrew, and not only they get Venom symbiote suits, and they team up with Venom, like, no, that just... They could potentially top Spider-Man No Way Home for me, which is crazy to say. But before I talk about anything else relating to Venom 3 and Spider-Man 4, here's what I would like to see for Spider-Man 5 and 6. Basically what I'm expecting from the next trilogy.
So for Spider-Man 5,
I would want that to be a grounded story with Spider-Man teaming up with Daredevil to take on Kingpin, because I want that team-up street-level movie so bad. And not only Daredevil Born Again would have set up Spider-Man 4 with whatever storyline they had going for the Revival series.
and as for Spider-Man 6,
we need to finally bring Miles into the MCU. Now, I know Sony is working on a live-action Miles Morales movie that I don't know will be set in the MCU or will be an Elseworld project. It's been 7 years since they've teased Miles into the MCU. I mean, we had Spider-Man interact with Aaron Davis, the Prowler, who doesn't become the Prowler at that time period, but technically we did saw him as the Prowler in Across the Spider-Verse. But in Spider-Man Homecoming, he mentioned about having a nephew, and just, oh man, I love Peter Parker as Spider-Man, but I also love Miles Morales as Spider-Man. Like, dude, I have been dying to see Miles into the MCU. This is long overdue. I need Marvel to bring him, like, right freaking now. And I'm getting very impatient right now. But yeah, have Pete be a mentor to him, but I don't want to see Tom Holland's Spider-Man die and then pass the mantle to Miles like in the comics. I would rather it be a team-up movie, and technically, it can work. Take the Insomniac games, for example. They've been doing stuff very differently than the comics, which I gotta say, maybe the best I've seen in, like, storytelling for Spider-Man. But they didn't do exactly how it's supposed to go in the comics, where Pete dies and then Miles becomes the new Spider-Man. But instead, Pete is alive, he's a mentor to Miles, and they both are Spider-Man teaming up together to fight crime in New York City. That honestly works better than Pete dying and passing the Spider-Man mantle to Miles Morales. But I know this would be a lot to ask, but since this would be the 6th Spider-Man movie in the trilogy, I would want to see both Pete and Miles fight off against the Sinister Six. Because this is another thing I've also been dying to witness. And we were this close. This damn close to not only having a Sinister Six, but a multiversal Sinister Six in Spider-Man No Way Home. But with that out of the way, those are basically my expectations for what I would want to see in Spider-Man 5 and 6. I don't know what route they will go, as those movies will definitely be released after the Multiverse Saga, which it is heavily rumored that the MCU will have a soft reboot after Secret Wars, which we shall see how that will go. That is something I am curious to see how that's going to work, because I will say this, I'm probably going to be more okay with that than how the DCEU went out, which is getting a full reboot because the DCEU was just wasted, unfortunately. Now, back to Spider-Man 4 and Venom 3. So, earlier I made a video talking about the rumored plot leak for Venom 3, which I know not many people were enjoying, where Venom and Eddie would have to protect a young Peter Parker from Toxin and an army of symbiotes going after them. I was willing to give that a shot, but I gotta say this right off the bat. I think that entire plot leak we've been hearing was complete BS, because from just from watching the trailers, sure, we see like a young kid that could potentially be Peter Parker, but I strongly doubt that. Because if you rewatch the trailers, do you seriously get any vibes or like clues that Venom and Eddie are trying to protect a young Peter Parker? Because I don't see that anywhere in the trailers or the marketing, which something tells me that whole plot leak was complete BS. Especially that other plot leak where apparently Venom 3 would have retconned Spider-Man 3, which thank God that is also not true. So what is Venom 3 about then? Oh, it should have been that simple and easy to guess. Eddie and Venom are on the run thanks to what went down in Venom Let There Be Carnage. Now, it's definitely unclear about that one scene in the trailer where they had taken the symbiote from the bar. Not only do they have the government going after them, but they also got Null's xenophages going after them, which apparently they eat symbiotes. But in the movie, apparently Null is after Venom because of something that he needs. And what could that be? Who freaking knows? But we could potentially see Topher Grace's Venom in the movie. Oh, how? Easy. Through the hive mind, or multiversal hive mind of the symbiotes. But having to rewatch the Venom movies, yeah, they had kind of set all this up for the third movie. Mainly in the second movie where Eddie was talking to Venom about if one more head goes missing, they would be hauled off into Area 51.
I live in your body because, unfortunately, I don't have many options.
How about this, son? The FBI is still investigating us for all of that stuff that we were involved with. So if one more head goes missing, we will get hauled off into Area 51.
And technically, they do head off into Area 51. I mean, the movie takes place in Las Vegas. Well, technically, Las Vegas. They went from Mexico to Las Vegas, which... how far are they actually? And technically, Toxin's supposed to be the main villain for this movie, and I don't know if this green symbiote's supposed to be him, because this would make it look like Lasher, but this is Toxin, then Sony. What the hell, man? You had one job to make this symbiote look accurate! But still, I would like to believe that Toxin will have an army of symbiotes going after Venom and Eddie, but I did also heard another thing where we will see an army of symbiotes in Spider-Man 4. So something tells me they were going to have an army of symbiotes in Venom 3, but they're saving that for Spider-Man 4. Now, technically, we did see a bunch of symbiotes in the trailers, so we could still see some symbiotes. I mean, we're supposed to see Scream. Who knows? Maybe they're saving it for either Spider-Man 4 or just for the movie in general, because I have not seen any other symbiote other than whoever the hell this guy's supposed to be. But who knows how things will go, as not only Venom 3 will conclude the trilogy, but will definitely set up Spider-Man 4, especially when they're bringing in Null, who... oh, one last thing I'm forgetting to mention. Who's going to be playing Null? It is being reported that Andy Serkis is playing Null. And it will all be motion capture, by the way. If this is true, they have cooked with this casting. I mean, bro seriously went from directing Venom 2 to now playing Null in Venom 3, and most likely will be playing Null again in Spider-Man 4. But no, that is honestly a good casting choice. I mean, have you seen him play Caesar in the Planet of the Apes films? But with that being said, that is all I could bring up for what I've been hearing for Spider-Man 4, Venom 3, and what I'd like to see for Spider-Man 5 and 6, if it'll come to fruition. We shall see. Because, like I've also mentioned earlier, whatever I just brought up, it's all just rumors, speculation. Some things could change, some things may come out true, some may come out false. we shall see by the time Venom 3 The Last Dance hits theaters October 25th. And then by 2025, we shall see some set leaks for Spider-Man 4 that will most likely be coming out after Avengers Doomsday in 2026. So yeah, be sure to let me know your thoughts, comments down below, any theories you got for both Venom 3 and Spider-Man 4, and expectations you would like to see from the next Spider-Man trilogy. And yeah, if they do bring back Tobey and Andrew, and they all get the black suit, yeah, I'm just gonna completely lose my shit. And I'm gonna be there day one, and I will buy 10 goddamn tickets just to see that movie. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.